Hello everyone, welcome to the World Series of Board Gaming, and this is the news. I really should play the intro right there, but honestly, this segment is not epic enough. It's not on the epic nature as all of our games, which are currently and will be aired moving forward on this YouTube channel. But this is the news. This is the news of the month, sort of what World Series of Board Gaming has been up to as an organization, or at least what we are talking about. There's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes as we are working hard to make next year's event the best ever. I mean, really, we only have to beat what we did last year, but what we did last year was, I don't know, it was pretty good, if I do say so myself, on this World Series of Board Gaming channel, and on any other channel that I end up going on. My name's Chris George, and I am the Director of Production and wearer of many hats in the organization. But this is just the news. If you are subscribed to our newsletter, we're going to be covering the updates that have been coming out and that was emailed to you. But if you'd prefer to hear it in a audio form or a visual form, well, I got you covered. Let's get right into it, starting with the announcement of the week, so to speak. And that is, here we want to have so much fun and so many winners that we have hired Dani Standring, the wonderful, funny, talented Dani Standring, purveyor of satire and lover of games, that she's going to be our director of entertainment for next year. And what that means is that Dani is going to be in charge of bulking up outside of the tournament. For those of you who didn't attend in 2022, we had the main tournament area, and then we had our outer tournament. And in the outer tournament area, we had the outer ring events and the Dice Tower Library and the open gaming and the exhibitor hall. But we want to do more. You know, we want to make it so that there's always something going on and that there's always something happening. And I actually know of a few things that probably will be happening that I can't yet talk about. But I'm so thrilled to have Dani on board the team. She was there at the event. She popped into a few of the commentaries in 10-minute bursts. And she's just so excited to create and act out and initiate awesome events to make it one friggin' week-long party. That's what we want it to be. We want it to be a serious tournament, but then also when you get out of those tournament doors, to have that shift of energy, which was present this last year, of that you can relax, you can do fun things, you can just chill and have your own board gaming experience in the open library, or you can get more and more involved in other tournaments and other little side events and other activities that maybe don't have anything to do with board gaming at all. Uh-oh. I know that's somewhat sacrilegious in this space, but I'm really excited to see what Dani's going to bring to the table. And if you're a TikTok user, make sure you go check her out on TikTok because she's very funny. I'm just excited to work with her. Really. Every time we add somebody new to the team that I like personally, I get very stoked. So Dani is one of those people, and I just think having somebody whose sole job is to think about that outer ring tournament experience and that outer experience and that what happens when you do get eliminated from the competition. Not that you will, because I know you and you're going to go all the way, but for those other competitors, you know, what's going to happen to them? So I'm thrilled that Dani is on board. And speaking of getting your tickets, make sure to use the promo code EARLYBIRD by December 1st. If you're watching this now, you still have time because there's only 2 weeks left to take advantage of our special early bird discount code and get $40 off your stay and play or quadruple ring competitor ticket. Make sure you use the early bird before December 1st. And probably more important, if you attended the World Series in 2022, you have a price freeze. That is our way of giving back to those who believed in us first. We're not raising your ticket prices. We'll eat the inflation. We'll eat the extra hotel costs. No, for you, you're worth it. But so you should all have that promo code that should freeze your rate at the rate you paid last year, and make sure you do capitalize on that again before December 1st. And if you can't find your code, please do contact us. We will get it to you. We will make sure that you can sign up. And thanks for being part of the first one, and we can't wait to see you in the second one. So that's just another warning or another reminder. If you have purchased tickets or you're thinking about purchasing tickets, purchasing it early has some perks. And I know there's some of you out there who think that it's too pricey to pay for the hotel and everything all at once. We got something in the works to help with that. I can't talk about it right yet because we're finalizing details, but it's good. So make sure you stay tuned to these news updates or subscribe to the newsletter because that's where that sort of information will be coming down the line. On to the next item of business. We are sponsoring the Dice Tower's 12 Games of Christmas. If you're unfamiliar, Tom Vassell came out to the event. He said it was his favorite convention of 2022 that he attended. And we loved having Tom and the Dice Tower Library out there so much that we wanted to sponsor and give them a highlight of their 12 Games of Christmas. So we're sponsoring that whole series that they do. And it's a great series. It's a gift-giving series if you're unfamiliar with it, where they pick 12 games in a bunch of different categories. They started it off with co-op games, and actually we linked to it here, but then they had to do a different link because there were some audio issues, so they had to repost it. So if you're looking for that, hey, just search the Dice Tower on YouTube. I think you'll be able to find it, but make sure you do check that out, because also in that first one, that's where he does say that it was his favorite convention of 2022. I'm not lying. I would never lie to you. I'm an honest news reporter. I would never lead you astray. Thus is my solemn vow. But yeah, it's going to be a good list. You can check out 2-player games, children's games, family games, party games, stocking stuffers, thematic games, what to get the gamer with everything. That is something that I'm going to be interested in looking at. Strategy games and advanced strategy games. And so it's a whole series, and it's ongoing right now. So check it out. World Series sponsored the whole thing. And so obviously we're going to give our shout out to our friends over at the Dice Tower. And more importantly, make sure you tune in to over there, because they'll be giving away some World Series of Board Gaming prizes that we've also contributed as the prizes for the event. So if you want to win maybe some passes or something, who knows what it could be. If you want to win anything World Series related, make sure you check out that, because you got a chance to win, and there could be some pretty good prizes in the mix. Moving forward, coming soon, we're going to have an online store. And it says, our apologies to everyone who attended the 2022 WSBG Vegas event, was looking forward to buying some more from our booth, but we're disappointed because we were sold out of so many items. Being our first year, we didn't want to purchase 5,000 shirts and only sell 20. That would be bad. We wanted to make sure we had the funds being invested in things for people at the event and to make the experience great. We have been taking your feedback. I spoke personally to a few people at the convention who said, hey, it would have been really great if we could have just bought some merch beforehand and then picked it up here at the World Series, or had a way of seeing the different sort of merch that we could pick up, and having an online store and online ordering. And so we're implementing that. We just have to work out some specifics with distributors, manufacturers, all of those good things. But this is in the works, and it should be coming soon, hopefully by the end of the year. If not, it will be at the beginning of next year. We'll have that online store up and running, so you can get yourself some cool World Series of Board Gaming merch to show that you were there, or you will be there, or both. Because that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun, showing up to a board game night and being like, oh yeah, this? Oh, what's this? Oh, no big deal. I just participated in the World Series of Board Gaming, and the first one ever, and I'm going back again. I think that's kind of cool. That's why I'm always wearing my World Series of Board Gaming stuff on this channel, because I like it, and I like wearing it, and it makes me feel neat, and it makes me feel like I'm part of something really cool in this awesome big hobby of ours. So we'll keep you updated. We'll get that store online guaranteed in January. It's a guarantee, so I'll make sure they don't make me a liar. And obviously we'll post updates again in the newsletter or on our social media. Make sure to follow us on all of those things. And speaking of social media, if you happen to be a social media content creator, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you go to a lot of your grandma's garden parties, all of them are valid. Make sure you talk to this haggard individual on the screen. Right there. That's me, probably day 2 or 3 without sleep, getting things set up for some of the live streaming. But we do have a partner program where you can get your subscribers a significant discount. Some might say equally significant as the early bird discount. It's that. And then you can also get some perks back in return, such as a ticket to next year's event, your flight paid by us, your hotel paid by us. We are going to use this program and these sort of referral codes to see who the public wants us to bring out for next year. So if you have a favorite content creator and they haven't signed up for this yet, and you don't see them talking about our referral code, tell them about it. Say, hey, I want to get you some money and some additional perks, go sign up for World Series before I sign up for my ticket so that you can give me a discount, and then I can get you something back and maybe help bring them down there as well. That's my goal. That's my goal, is to empower those who are participating. If you have favorite people in the board gaming space, trying to get those people down there and just build the event and make it exciting for everyone. So if you're a content creator on that side, get in touch with us. And if you are not a content creator but have a favorite content creator who you'd like to see us bring down to commentate on the event, we'll make sure you have them get in touch with us so we can make sure that happens. Let's get that haggard picture of me off the screen. Just a quick note here, this Room and Board Reviews, don't look me up on there. Just go to Room and Board on YouTube. That's where I do my main board game content, in addition to the stuff that I do for the World Series, because I love this hobby. I'm genuinely passionate about this hobby, and I produce a lot of videos about it. Next up in the newsletter, it's just the announcement of the 16 games that are going to be in next year's event, and more importantly, what days they're on. So if you're thinking about going to the event and you want to maybe map out a schedule, go to the website. You can see the tournament. You've got these 16 games, 12 that were there last year, 4 new ones: Terraforming Mars, Gaia Project, Azul, Ra, Arc Nova, The Castles of Burgundy, those last 2 are new, Splendor, Ticket to Ride, Great Western Trail, Cascadia, Dune Imperium, Seven Wonders, Wingspan, Brass Birmingham, Patchwork, and Acquire. If you think you're good at any one of those games, or even 2 of those games, go check out the tournament schedule, see if they're on different days, and start building your schedule, because, oh man, even just looking at those games, I'm excited for next year's event. I'm excited for the new ones. I'm excited to see the returning champions from the previous one and have the returning champions overthrown. Sorry, returning champions. You might have more competition this year now that people know we're actually going to do it and give away $25,000 like we did this past year. And speaking of YouTube, make sure, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I assume you are because that's how you found us, but make sure that you do subscribe, because myself and Brian Muller, once all the commentary is posted, we're going to be doing sort of a bi-weekly show, just not talking about World Series stuff, but more talking about fun things in the hobby. I'm going to see if we can get as many of the designers as possible on and interview them and have some fun topics of conversation. And of course, we're going to be doing some giveaways, always building up to that event. And so the more you tune in, the more chances you have to win. Again, I haven't figured out what those giveaways are going to be, but I can tell you that you're going to get something for free that you otherwise would have to pay for. And honestly, what more do you need other than that? So make sure you do subscribe to the channel and keep checking out all the other games, because there will be more games posted upcoming. I think the next couple that I want to put out are Splendor and Great Western Trail. Both of those were really, really great games. Dune Imperium, the ring final of that one, was pretty good too. A lot more ring events still to come, and every one of those games legitimately was friggin' fire. And that's because of the caliber of players that we had at the event, and I know we will have even more of, not to scare you away, but because I know you're thinking about it. You didn't go last year, and you're thinking about going this year, and I'm excited to see you there, and I'm excited to have you walk away with that $25,000 check like Hans did, our reigning champion, at least until next year, until perhaps he's overthrown by you. I don't know. It sounds like I might be pushing you and marketing, but I think it's really just because I'm excited about the event and I want that thrill again. I can't wait until next September. And I think it's really cool that I got to keep on doing these updates and being involved in the YouTube channel and talking about games and things in our space. And I hope that you will stay tuned with me. Whether you're attending next year or not, I'm thrilled that you're interested in the event, and we're going to make it bigger and better next year in every capacity. That is my personal goal. I had a great conversation today with sort of the powers that be about next steps for production and next steps for how we can up-level our coverage of the event. And I am very excited to start planning out. I'm starting to plan out right now, hopefully, what we can do and what we can build in and how we can grow both my department and everything else. And so it's just an exciting time as we head into the end of the new year. So hey, if you're still looking for something to get that special someone, why not get them a ticket to the World Series of Board Gaming and go on an awesome week-long board game vacation in Vegas? Board game vacation in Vegas. I mean, how could it get any better than that? I mean, just put board game vacation anywhere. I don't think it gets better than that personally, because the only vacations I take are board game vacations, and now those aren't vacations because I'm in the industry, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Anyway, thanks so much for sticking with us. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more coverage on last year's World Series of Board Gaming. Make sure you do get your tickets, especially if you have that price freeze and you were an attendee of this last year's event. Grab your tickets now and save yourself that money, and then spend the extra money you save on purchasing yourself a new board game. Look, you deserved it. Maybe buy one of the 4 that will become your game of choice over the next year as you practice and practice and practice. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I will be back next month with more news, but be sure to stay tuned for more coverage. We still have a lot to cover, all the interviews, all the action of all the ring events still coming your way on the World Series of Board Gaming YouTube channel, which presumably you're on right now. My name's Chris George, and from all of us here at WSBG, don't forget to get in the game. Cue the epic music.